said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Season will get underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's about. Great opportunity to start it off. Can he be...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players.
Time to take a shot. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, he's got room. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. Touchdown, Huskers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They're on the board first here in the season opener. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here come the Irish back on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Crosses to 35. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. They're going to ride this running back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on second down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all...
There he goes! Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. Finds some room. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. Now from the 40, it's first and 10. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done, though.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. Into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. He wants to throw it again. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Quick strike through the air for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down. He's not, so being on the same page and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw.
Well, that's a great job on the blitz, getting the sack, showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith. How about Michael Stoneberg, one of the all-time great names in college football history? Looking on, proud of what they're seeing from this young man. This dude has some skills.
How about that stuff? This dude is in fuego. Over 100 yards receiving already. You could tell there's a matchup they like, and they're going to exploit it, continuing to feature this wide receiver who's just chewing up yards.
You know, when you're QB sneaking as a quarterback, you got to make a decision. You're going right or you're going left, and that's all predetermined based on how the defensive line lines up. That's decision there by the quarterback.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game. A lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. It's complete on the right side. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
Soft spot in the middle. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's complete to the left. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. From the gun, looking for a man. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Looking for the score. Give him 6. Touchdown, Iron.
How about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. We'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3's coming soon.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Makes a connection. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
Nice job there running the option. And when you think about Nebraska quarterbacks, it always is about the option. All the way back to the great Tom Osborne at head coach. Whether it was Tommy Frazier at quarterback, Eric Crouch we've seen win a Heisman doing it. This guy right here has the ability to use his speed to hurt defenses in the option game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Cornhuskers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the back. Running into the open space. There he goes. The 20. The inside. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Huskers will send out the punt unit. Takes it on the return. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Finds his tight end. Across the 25. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Looking downfield on first down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Notre Dame lines up quickly. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? In this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking to throw on first down. He spins that thing down the middle.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his big tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Bears the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. They're working that left side. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Offense set on first down. He might want another play. Looking to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. On the run, fires downfield. Working on the right. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab on the back. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Wants to pass. Going for 6. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have... It's a fun matchup in South Bend.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the returner will be dragged down. And here comes... offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
He can't make the catch, and over the middle of the field, sometimes you hear those footsteps. It's third down. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Huskers line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Got it near midfield. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is.
Kick interference. Kick interference.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. Back to pass, it's Vasquez. Fires to the big fella. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the stomping has commenced.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Let's see what they've got on second down. off the play fake. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer with...
Pulls it in on the left. Breaks into the open. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Cornhuskers will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down. They get him. But not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Huskers are flying down the field. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. And this one is perfect.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Vasquez. Fires to the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. He'll throw on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Iron! And the pummeling has started.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football. That's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry. Between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. There's a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Vasquez. Got his man. On the move at the 30. Turning it on. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll try it over the left side. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Reads it, fires complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Throws to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I think this is probably... Most surprising thing of this game so far, this guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the the football back. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Vasquez. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. To the air on first down. It's complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. Going for the big play. Makes the catch. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Notre Dame. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. So now it's second and long. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration out front. As a result, they lose yardage.
To come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here come the Irish, back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to throw, it's Vasquez. He's got him. Touchdown, Irish! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. In in the gun and looking to throw on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Huskers will call on their punt team. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6x tonight. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Vasquez. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Throwing right. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here come the Irish back on offense. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Vasquez. Quickly to the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And after that long completion for their first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go
snags it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to...
There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
On the set.
Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
42 Spider. 4.
This time they'll go to the running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward.
Gets away from one. He's got space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Huskers will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. The Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Vasquez. Quickly complete.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
On the double.
Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Back to pass on second down. Here's the heat. He's going to let one fly down the middle. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it